One of the hardest truths to accept about being in a relationship with a narcissist is that they were not real. They were never real. Because a narcissist doesn't have a core self. All of those arguments, everything that you went through, the stonewalling, the gaslighting, the word salads, Darvo, and all of the emotional energy, all the sacrifices you made, everything you invested, when that final discard comes and you see how callous they are, that's really the first time you understand on a felt level, on a visceral level, that this person never had a real bond with you. They never really connected with you in a really meaningful way, and definitely not the way that you connected with them. And to understand the dynamics of that and why we have narcissists come into our lives and attract narcissists, it's helpful to understand the dynamics in a movie, in an old movie called Lars and the Real Girl. Now, in this movie, you have this character, Lars, and he orders a doll. I think he orders it from online. And this doll, it's a life-size doll, is named Bianca. And he takes Bianca into the community and introduces Bianca to people and his family. And he's interacting with her as if she's a real person. But Bianca is an inanimate object. She cannot move. She can't talk. She doesn't walk. She's a doll. But the people in the community are nice people. And so they all interact with Bianca to help Lars feel good and feel comfortable with what he's going through at the time. The similarity between the dynamics in that movie and what you experience when you're in a narcissistically abusive relationship is the ability to project on to the narcissist qualities and attributes that they simply do not possess. They're not kind, they're not empathetic, they don't form bonds, and there are just so many things that they don't do because there is no core self. There's no stable, integrated self behind all of those abuse tactics that they use. There's no person you can reach, reason with, or negotiate with in order to get your needs met, which is why they always use Darvo whenever you bring up an issue and try and resolve a concern that you have that's going on between you. They're going to deny, attack, and reverse the role of victim and offender. Because what you're interacting with in reality is not a real integrated person, but more a defense system that's trying to protect their fragile, fragmented ego. But in order to maintain the illusion of a relationship, because it's not really, in truth, it's not a relationship. It's more of an addictionship where they feed off of you and they drain you of your supply and they make you dependent on them and get you locked into a trauma bond. And so in order to really feel like it's a relationship, you project all of these qualities, attributes, and characteristics onto them. The same way that Lars projects those different qualities, characteristics, and attributes onto Bianca. And it's not until Lars feels a sense of growth within himself and a sense of readiness to let go of Bianca and to really understand the lessons that she came into his life to teach him, that he's able to move past using this doll that's not really a person to get his needs met. He's able to graduate from that part of his life into being in a relationship with a real girl who is in fact real. And that's the transition that you take when you get out of a narcissistically abusive relationship. You learn the lessons that they came to teach, and you understand the difference between hoping someone will give you love and actually having someone who can love you.